I better put on, hello, welcome, everything on. We'll do this first. Nice. Rock on, brother. That's amazing, isn't it? It's like, that is some song, I tell you. Far out. I think it's definitely your type of thing. How are you? Thank you for coming.
I'm welcome. I feel very welcomed, and yeah, it feels like there's a lot of energy here for this from our guides, from our teams.
Yeah, they're strong.
It's lovely to connect.
It is. They seem to be extremely excited. I had to say them last night. It's not till tomorrow. Please let me go to bed. I need sleep. They're like, woo-hoo! So
yeah,
thank you. We'll wait.
Yeah,
yeah. We'll just wait for people to come through because I've gone in a bit early, so we'll have time for them to come in and see we're live. And it takes a little while for the comments to come through as well. So chat amongst yourselves. No, I'm kidding. Leave you on the spot. Chat amongst yourself, Michael. Hey, Dave. Hey, Carly. Janine. Yeah, check, see if it's live. I've got live on mine.
Yeah. It's live, and I'm just sharing it now too.
Okay, no worries. Thank you. We've got comments. Hiya, hey, Lainey. So they'll take a couple minutes to come in. So I'll gibber on. I'll fill the gap. Don't worry about that. So welcome to Beyond the Stars, our UFO spiritual podcast. I just lay down a few things of what this is about and some of the ideas that I follow in order to have respect for others. So this is an unusual podcast. It is spiritual, but it's also UFO, which to me is the same thing. So it's galactic beings, spiritual experiences, UFO, including abductee or sightings, physical or otherwise. And it also includes meditation, out-of-body experiences, NDEs. So we cover a broad spectrum, hence why I have many different types of people on. Now, I want people to know too that this can be a very, very sensitive subject. Not everyone who has UFO experiences, etc., will have nice experiences. So when people come in and share their personal experience or this space, just understand that sometimes it will be a touchy subject, and it may trigger a few people into the memories of maybe what they've experienced. And like I said, it's not always pleasant for some people. Most people, it's wonderful, but there will be a small percentage on this planet that have experienced things that they're not comfortable with. And it's not always a negative thing. It's just, for them, it's so out of the understanding of what they can handle that they find it a little bit difficult to talk about or hear about or share. So I want to make that clear, that this is a sensitive subject for some people, and we want to respect you and let you know that we understand that. This is a podcast that will not judge you or make you feel guilty or uncomfortable or unsafe in any way in that aspect. But we do hope that at most my guests that come in can go and share their experiences with an open heart to a place where when they do share something, that you are comfortable hearing that. Okay, so it's always done with love here, no judgment whatsoever. And I've heard some very unusual stories in my time, including my own experiences, so trust me, there's not much I haven't heard. So thank you everybody for coming. Do share us out, follow, etc. And I want to introduce my new friend, Michael Muir. Is that how you say it? I don't say more, do I?
Yeah, that's right. No, that's correct.
Michael Muir.
Yeah.
So thank you, Michael, for saying yes and coming on here, because it's a big deal to share this sort of thing with people. You know, it's a very vulnerable position for some, and for other people, it's exciting. So it's a big deal to say yes to me to come on here. So thank you, brother.
Thank you.
And he's a fellow Aussie, so it's a lot easier to get him on here at a certain time of the day. That's not really too early for Marantha.
True.
Very true. So, Michael, if you just, to begin with, to make it really easy and comfortable for you, if you'd like to just let us know who you are, where you are, and a little bit about your business side, if you'd like how people can connect with you and maybe come and see you and things like that.
Sure. So I'm in the Sunshine Coast.
Nice.
That's Queensland, Australia. Also work in Sydney. Moved to Sunshine Coast during the COVID years from Sydney. I'd been there for about 20 odd years, from England originally, from UK originally. But
we won't hold that against you. We won't start with the pommy joke shit.
Not quite yet. But yeah, the accent sort of changed, and feel like a true blue Aussie these days. But yeah, so basically my background was science originally. Okay, I did science at uni, and then when I came over to Sydney, I studied sort of like body orientated therapy work, which kind of took me into my channeling work at this. So it was connecting with, I guess, more of my beingness, my body, because I was quite, as many spiritual people are, there's a tendency to leave themselves and be out and up and I was very ungrounded at the beginning of my, I guess, personal journey, and it was, and it took a while really for me to even go into the more channeling, the light language aspect, and really connecting with galactic frequencies. So at first I was very much, my first, I guess, 10 years of personal work were really all about becoming a more of here in my body. And I think because I have a channel that is really about bringing in high frequencies to this plane, through my light language, through my energy field, I really needed to get my foundation in the physical set, I guess, a bit more before I really started doing this channeling work. So nowadays, I guess people see me, I do group works here, group work here in Sunshine Coast and Sydney and online. I find that online is quite powerful too. And I also do private one-on-one sessions, healings, light language activations. And also I still do see some people for traditional therapy, because I do feel that I like the variety. I like the variety of the work. So some people I stay very mainstream, if you will, and some people I'll do.
Well, you've got to work with the people that come to you. Not everyone's on the same level as you, so you have to learn to adapt. That's exactly right.
So I really like working at the different levels and the different people, but more and more I am working with I guess, star seeds, light workers, those type earth worker people, to really activate them, to bring in mission, really through energy activations through light language primarily.
Yeah.
So
And there's a lot of people looking for their mission work at the moment. They're feeling a little bit disconnected, abandoned, lost. They're not really sure what they're doing here. They feel like they've been in a long waiting pattern. And I keep saying to them, we all have. We've all been kept in a waiting pattern till, you know, at least this year, mainly. So, you know, it's disheartening for them when they feel like that. I've been there. But I'm like yourself. You try to help them to understand that that's okay to feel like that. That's given them time to do other things. So don't worry about that too much. You know what I mean? So you get to live your life and do something else. Because trust me, once you hit mission work, you really are busy. You have so much going on all levels, off world, on world, inside, just goes on and on. So, lovely. So did you have an inclination when you were younger that this is who you were, or you were just more living in the physical world at that time?
So when I was really young, I used to watch, like in the UK, I'd watch sort of sci-fi kind of programs. You know,
yeah,
like,
me too. Star Trek mad. You keep going. I'm a Trekkie. Yeah,
we had
big
like
time.
Doctor Who. I know you guys got
Yes,
Doctor Who.
love Doctor Who. Yeah.
And I don't know if you got this really cute show called Sapphire and Steel. Oh my God,
No,
that was
don't know that.
that was another
that?
English show, very very portals, interdimensional. It was way beyond its time actually, and so I kind of used to go to sleep and I'd see space, galaxies, and
You're just out in the pre-void, like you were just out in amongst the first stage, like you just saw planets and things like that all the time.
Yeah, and that kind of, I don't know if it was because I didn't really have a context, you know, or people around me to sort of really hold me in that. I kind of closed it down, and so these days I'm not so overtly visual in my third eye. I do not. I get a knowing and a sense of and a download of information, but I don't do so much of the visual at this stage anyway. And so it kind of when that was sort of like 5, 6, quite young, and then I kind of just carried on, you know, doing stuff. And actually, I feel like part of that journey, really, my sort of teenage years and all that kind of business, it was really setting me up for now, because, you know, I grew up in the late 80s, 90s in north of England as a gay man, and it was, you know, obviously very not as open and not as back then. And also HIV around it, blah blah blah. But so there was a lot. I think it was actually spirit setting me up to be on the outside, feel different, be okay with that. And so when, you know, when I started working with light language, when I started opening up to light language, which was about 2004. So no one was talking about it really back then.
I'd never heard of it at all during that period of time. No.
Yeah, so I mean, Judy Satori is around, but I didn't know her at that time.
No.
So it was quite, and there was no Facebook groups and all that stuff. So it was it came out, the light language started to erupt when I was doing hands-on healing with people, and I didn't really have a clue. I hadn't got a clue.
No.
And no one around me had a clue. So I just kind of put it away. And I think well, again, I think it wasn't quite timing for me. I think I needed to be doing some personal.
No, you can overload very easily when you step in.
Yeah.
If you you bring everything at once. Not everyone can handle that. I'm the sort of person that wants it all at once, so I'm good to go. But there's a lot of people that can't, you know. I'm like, I want that. I want to do that today. And but you've got to be really careful of overloading especially your emotional mental state. Be very careful of mind.
Yeah, because I mean, I feel like really the energies that I channel, and they obviously change with the frequencies that are coming into the planet, but they're very, my astrology is quite, I'm an Aquarian, and also I've got quite a lot of, yeah, good on you.
Won't go there, but
But and also quite a lot of Iranian, and she's very electrical, yeah. So I mean, I
Okay.
live by the beach now, and I just need a lot of that grounding,
Yeah.
earthly influence because I do
Yeah.
channel high charge, and
Constantly.
so
Yeah.
you know, so basically, I left it alone. I kept building my physical container, getting stronger in my psychology, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then around 2012, it all opened up for me, and I started working with light
Okay.
language with people and groups and stuff like that.
Wow.
After a light language workshop with Judy Satori, so it kind of slowly evolved.
And did you know what it was? Did she explain? Like she was pretty open to explain what type, or because sometimes people start with their own soul language just till they get used to going outside the box a little. So
I sort of like when I went to do the workshop, it was very much around Mary Magdalene. It was when she was working with the Mary Magdalene codes, and so so it was very very much heart for sure. And it was really after that I connected with, because that was in Sydney, so I connected with people in Sydney, and that were into light language, and I practiced with them. And then it was really the Palladian stuff came strongly for me soon after that, because I went on the trip to Uluru. I was actually to a Cryon conference. He was doing one in Uluru, but really I think Spirit's way just to get me there, and that was super activating for my light language. And then it kind of evolved and
progressed.
And different energies came through at different times and different times of the year. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Goodness. Yeah, I've heard of Chiron. I've seen a couple of his episodes just probably since last year. So that's interesting, because that's my dragon's name. So I was drawn to that name because that was my dragon's name. I was like, another Chiron. You don't hear it very often, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's a big name.
The energy that he is very, I mean, at the beginning of every channel he does, he says something like Chiron of electromagnetic service or something, and I feel like it's huge. Like his energy in the room is like in the presence of him, is huge, and it's such a heart activation. I don't really feel it's about so much what he says in his English channeling. It's the energies that come through into the space when he's working is pretty profound. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's always be very interesting when you're there in the presence live. It's like anything, isn't it? So
for sure.
Okay. So are you feeling anything coming through at the moment that you'd like to share? I've got a feeling they're kind of pushing you a little bit of let this voice speak. That's what I'm getting, like if there's something. Because what we might do is to explain to everybody, because Michael's channel is so powerful and so strong, we're not using the word powerful egoically. It's just like it's obvious, right? You can feel his vibration. So feel free to come in and out during your sharing and your experiences as I ask you things. If they tap you, because I can feel them pushing, and I'm trying to hold my handbrake, right? So I've got the handbrake on for myself. So if you want to pop in, jump in, and if they're pushing you to do so, please do. Don't even have to ask me. Just say I think they wish to do. Go for it.
So I just also didn't mention that I work with crystals as well. So that wasn't something that I thought I'd ever do. When I started doing group work, it was very much just bringing through a squeak of light language because I was very shy about it. And so, and then it kind of,
I first started,
And so, and people used to bring crystals and put them up front, and we'd sort of create a grid. And I was never much of a crystal person. And then over the time, I've really come to feel that they are supportive, and I worked with them in Atlantis in a past life.
Anchor points.
And so I feel a combination of working with the crystal energy and the light language is really supportive of the work. So that's how I kind of work these days. And this little
is that connected to the water for you as well? Because I've got a feeling that it's connected to the water with you as well. That's something that you and the crystals under the ocean sea and all that jazz. So it's like you good work under there, or something. I can just see it. It's pretty bright. Yeah.
I kind of it's kind of everything I do at this location, it goes out through this port. I feel like there's a Palladium portal here.
There would be
at Perigian. beach.
Yep.
And it's sort of, whether I'm here doing this with you or whether I'm doing
Yeah.
group work in my room or at the center nearby, I feel
Yeah.
like all the energies are infused through the portal here into the ocean and boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
out.
Because I can feel it pulling. That's why I'm asking you. It's got a pull on it. I can feel it
mm,
pulling. So, yeah,
oh, wow.
interesting. So,
Thank you. Thank
floor is
you.
yours, my darling. Go right ahead and please give.
Okay, so this one, so I did a little bit of a channeling for the Galactic New Year, which was on the 26th, last Friday of July.
Yeah.
And this angel came in just before that into my space, pink opal. So, and this energy that's wanting to come through right now, and most of your peeps know light language, I'm guessing. I mean, I don't need,
They do. Pretty
yeah.
high percentage. Yeah.
Yep. So really, when I speak light language, it's just a receiving, a listening, and noticing what comes through to you as in your energy field. If there's any questions or anything you want to ask, you can just type away or whatnot,
Yep.
and see how it goes. But basically, this is a heart activation, pink energy. So I would say Ascended Master Mary Magdalene,
Yeah.
has been coming through quite strongly, or not just.
Yeah.
The Olympics, but
No, no, in general. Yeah.
in
Yeah.
general. So
Yeah.
I feel like this is for the heart, and she's overlighting. I feel she's just saying, I'm overlighting this grand shift for you guys. And so this is just creating a bit of space, a bit of self-healing, self-love. And this is and this is primarily like what you said, my love, around people feeling kind of limbo or dissatisfied or what the hell kind of vibe in this kind of delayed process we're in. And we're waiting to sort of move into some new flow and new action. So this is just to support your heart in this kind of transition that we're in right now. Yeah. So again, just listening to the sound. Yeah. Gasheta to take a barakanana, Kaburkapatiku to take a patricotta, Drakashalabati, Kabarakata, Ashkit to Ashkit to the Nanakapotoki, Patricapoto, the Kataraka, Jalabutu, Jalabutu, the Kipatricapoto, the Kananaka, Jetetiki, Jetetiki, Jekatiki, Patricapataraki, Antaraka, Antaraki, Potakananaka, Rantatiki, Bokoti, Atataka, Jotatiki, 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 Patoto. Jototototototiki patatataka. Arrantatiki pototiki. Jebetiki borra. Garra.
No flies on that one, is there? No, none whatsoever. Oh dear. I tell you something I saw while you were doing that is I saw you clearing some of the grid lines for people's inner bodies. So there was some nodes or some energy points there that needed shifting, some timelines that they're kind of a little bit behind, a little bit stuck on. And I saw them being pushed forward just a little bit. So yeah, because I'm part of the Rose Order, so that energy I recognise pretty strong. And they're like ding, 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 ding. I could see you working. And in your angelic form too, funny enough, you're an angelic form that was there. So that was beautiful to experience that. Thank you.
And also I feel like that's they're just reminding me to say, so my background was I did medical microbiology, so very cell focused.
Oh wow. Okay, right, yep.
Then I moved into somatic psychotherapy, body, cell.
Okay. Yeah,
and now
gotcha.
I have a connection with science, Palladian science, should we say? Thoth.
Yeah, they are very a little bit scientific-ish. Yep. Yeah,
So
they are.
a lot of the work that I do is light body channel, chakra pillar, clearing, releasing, opening, all that stuff that you've just described. So thank you for sharing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, that's it was awesome to watch. I've probably only seen that once or twice before with someone else. I can't remember who, not that long ago. But I see it with myself. So it's interesting to see you doing that as well. It's like, wow, look at that. He's shifting things. How cool is that? So yeah, awesome. Alrighty. So would you like to share some of your, do you have any, I might go into the energy side of it first and then might go into some other things. Is there, with your somatic work, can you explain a little bit some of the things that you have seen with people that you've worked with and, you know, in the Palladian level maybe, of how you've seen things shift and how you've seen responses of how people react to that type of work? Because somatic, not everybody may know what that is.
Okay, so somatic just means body. Somatic just means embodied experience. And so I think my journey has been definitely about grounding into my physical body so that I can hold this stronger energy. And that's what Spirit keeps reinforcing with my work, to really just keep getting stronger. And so I feel that that's what I share with others through osmosis almost. I sort of work with, it clears out of the chakra pillar density. So we would say that this could be stuff around childhood. This could be, or of course, childhood patterning is often past life anyway, you know.
Programming.
Reestablished. So I'm releasing the karmic imprints and the energies that are, I guess, the webbing that's in the light body, so that they may come back into their original blueprint, if you want to call it that, the original light body. And then with that, just as a kind of natural organic process, people start to have past life memory potentially, or feel a galactic connection with one ET race or another, or their vision gets turned on, galactic frequency or to galactic beings. Or sometimes people, and I always say this, if their kind of soul is destined to do it this life, because not everybody is destined to work with light language.
No, they're not. No.
And no big deal either way. It's not like
not at all. No.
Anything else. But if they are, I guess some people do come to me to be activated with light language. So if they sit with me in group, there's quite a few in Sydney now that actually speak light language. And I haven't taught them that. They've just sat in the energies that I bring through, and that's been opened for them. So it really is a personal process, but it's kind of, I guess it's just helping people connect to the soul level.
Well, they get to feel themselves. A lot of the time where people are disconnected from, even though they're in the physical form, they're a bit disconnected from who they are, how they really are, that they feel within themselves. They've really known that part of themselves. And I found that when I stepped into, I haven't been at light language long, it just come out. I went through Ria Loveguard and Aaron Lazar. So I don't know if you know. Then they were in Australia a long time ago. They're over in Costa Rica now. So I went through there. I haven't finished with her, but I found that I was drawn to it. I was the same. And once I was drawn to that, even though my gifts are still improving, as we're improved forever, right? But I found the light language was the day that I actually felt who I truly was, that I knew I was here for something. You know, when I'm not chosen, I don't go into a lot of that, the chosen, all that jazz, but I just felt that shift in me of saying it's okay to feel who I am. And it gave me the push forward I needed, that either it was confidence or just remembering myself that's who I am. Yeah.
And I just find that it's sort of a beautiful healing energy, that because I have a very, I guess, an obsessive mind that can make all sorts of drama up. And
who doesn't?
You know what I mean? It cuts the small mind. And when I'm working with individuals or in group, it cuts out the rubbish really of them.
I agree.
And it really goes straight to the heart of the energy of the person. So I think it can get through quickly to if someone's open to receiving change and healing in that sort of galactic frequency, it can change and it gets the small mind out the way.
It does. It does for both parties. I agree. It puts them in sovereignty pretty much immediately, because they're if you can put them in, when I do the light language myself, when I put them into a space of they no longer have to think for themselves, I'm going to do that for them by sending a frequency. They're good to go. Because for the first time in life, they get to experience peace. That's what I find a lot of it does.
Totally.
Yeah.
I agree.
Total peace and quiet. Yeah.
So there's this guy, yeah? This guy wants to come in.
I know. They've been pushing before we even went live. I'm like, bloody dragons, they're so proud. But yes, go on.
So this is a Yopalat dragon, pretty big guy. And
He's beautiful.
Is
wow.
It's just, this feels like it's for empowerment, for strength and fortitude. And I'd happily hear anything that you see, visualize, know after the transmission.
We're talking about self-worth at the moment, because I think a lot of people struggle with self-worth.
Yes, I think it, and because there's this kind of limbo kind of vibe at times, it can trigger that kind of self-worth stuff for sure. Okay. Self-doubt. Okay. So this is just kind of, so again, just listen to the energy as this dragon speaks, you know. And I see dragons as quite galactic. I see dragons as quite cosmic and really
me too.
Very kind of powerful beings that are just here to empower us. Yeah. Ushkunta de que batagunto shebe de gabatanda de gebedika bashika batika batika totaka butuka batunda de shalaka sugar de de botoka batuka de kala eshka alaka shanta de gebedika de garas de shila batiko didiki shilaba arka shilabeka arka bututo de gebadananaka shalabugoto de shilaba de gota de kadaka shalabadiko o e anaka shalabadike o e ana oshile batiki Shetetiki ki kalaka kokoneki. So that is also they saying the energies as I spoke the light language. I'm just getting that that's also for us to clear the decks in preparation for receiving at the Lionsgate at 8. Whatever you.
Yeah, I saw them all coming in. I'm just like, I didn't drink at Lionsgate, to tell the truth, but I saw them. They were very adamant. You're right. They're very adamant, because I'm seeing like a ton of different beings come in, like galactic for sure. And it's like opening up for other people to collectively get the kings before that time. They need their teams to come in. So I think you opened a doorway for that. That's what I'm seeing. I'm like, what, all these people, like, you know, because again, people need that. They don't always know who they're connected to. So I'm seeing like a big dome, like an archway, and them coming through, like by the tonnage. So there's a lot of opening activations happening by the looks of it today.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you so much. I just wanted to say also that last year it hasn't come through on my feed so much this year actually, but last year there was quite a bit of a, you know, is the Lionsgate, is it really that date? Is it corrupt? Is it this? Is it that? Blah, 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 blah. And I just would like to share that personally, this is just my personal viewpoint, that if you gather with positive regard and intention energetically with a group of people, whether it's the Lionsgate or whether it's a normal day, I think it amplifies the work. And if it's a high charge day, which because there's so many people doing work on that day, it inevitably will be anyway, regardless of the date. I feel like it is these are points of amplification, and if we unify in them and not get afraid of nonsense in the world,
nonsense.
For example,
you're right.
You know what I mean? So that we can, because there's a lot of distractions and a lot of energies trying to take away from the power of certain days, I feel. So if we just come back to trusting our own truth, if the matter, I'm just saying my truth, it doesn't resonate with you, that's fine.
No, I agree. I totally agree with that. Absolutely agree. There's a lot of rubbish in people's belief systems.
Just to really, it's a powerful day to connect. You can connect with me in my group. I'll be in Sydney, or do something with your own peeps. But
that's right.
I always find that this Leo month, this month of August, and November as well, but definitely this month very, very powerful. Yeah.
No, there's a lot of indecision, and people. I think I say to people, stop watching the rubbish, please. Stop watching the rubbish. I'm pretty
Yeah.
straight up. You'll get used to. I never used to. I was always all my life I've been a very shy person. So just like light language has changed me quite a bit. It really has, especially the dragons. And I always say to people, no matter who it is, even if they're not clients, I say, stop watching the rubbish. Stop watching the stuff that you think that people are telling is infiltrated or is this or
Mm.
is that. And just
Mm.
move on to your own sovereignty and start being your own
Yes.
self, your own God
Yes.
being, because that's what you're here for. And
Mm.
what they don't understand is that, as Yahshua says quite often, and I think it's been written as well, as to your
Mm.
belief, thou shalt be done. So
Mm.
whatever you follow with that belief system is where you're going to head, and where you yourself will become whatever's there. So
Yes.
I agree with
Beautiful.
you. If you're walking in the
Yeah.
light of understanding your own sovereignty, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what's in front of you. You can,
Yes.
you could stick the fallen in front of me, and it's not going to make a damn difference because I know who I am. So I'm
Mm.
not afraid. I don't
Mm.
follow it. I don't allow it. I don't believe it's going to be a problem. I kind of live in that free consciousness thing that David talks about, that free consciousness of knowing love
Mm.
and not to
Beautiful.
worry about anything else. Because the planet's been in the whole spiritual community has been in this mindset for so long. I'm a bit over it, to tell the truth. I don't know about
Mm.
you.
Mm.
I'm a bit over it.
I just feel
Big
like
time.
it's just
Yeah.
time to get on with the light work. I feel. It
Get
just,
on with
yeah.
what you believe. So if that's what you speak of, then be
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Stop focusing
Exactly.
on the other. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah. For
You're
sure.
your own worst enemy. That's how I see it.
I agree. I totally agree.
Yep.
If it's all cool, I feel like
Yeah.
there's I don't know. Do you want to? Should we go more? Do you want to do some more?
Yeah, mate,
I
that's
mean,
what we're here for. Yeah, we just go hard. We don't even muck around with Manfred's page.
so, so this little guy, just a pyrite skull, and
Yep.
I feel like there's just a transmission from. Again, it feels heart related, and it's it's the balancing of the Mary Magdalene, if you will. So
Mm-hmm.
working with Jeshua, the Christ
Nice.
frequency. So I sort of
Mm-hmm.
feel like um, I work with different beings of different galactics and ascended masters and even planetary consciousness energies
Yep.
to support the group that I'm with,
Mm-hmm.
and the cohort of people that are here receiving, whether it's live or afterwards.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
and so it never is the same. The beings that I feel like I connect with often is the beings that feel like they were pertinent to that group specifically, and sometimes the beings that the other higher selves of the people in the group are connected to, and I'm working with that sort of
That's right.
monad energy.
Yeah, they'll activate that piece of you for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yep.
this feels like it's around the Christed heart, really, and this is
Mm-hmm.
ah, this is about deep forgiveness,
Mm.
and
There's
this
been a
is
lot of battles.
yeah. I feel like
Mm.
deep forgiveness, not only in what's happened in our own lives potentially, but
Yep.
in our own spiritual journey, but
Yep.
also in what may be coming up around this time and other missions. So, for example, if we've been on the earth at a time of a deep transformation, say Atlantis,
Yep.
or Lemuria, or blah blah blah, and things weren't successful, or we were betrayed, or
Mm-hmm.
like Jesus persecuted followers of Christ,
Yep.
persecuted, blah blah blah. Or
Yep.
so many of us hold these energies in the heart,
Mm.
uh, the fear of persecution, the if we rise in our spiritual energy that we will be persecuted in some way, blah 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 blah, and
Yep.
so or fail or betrayed, all that jazz. So that is, I feel, coming up. Another, I have it quite strongly, and these layers come up. I feel as the energy frequency lifts, there's another layer of it to be
Oh,
worked with.
absolutely will be. Yep.
Yeah. So
Yep.
let me just work. So this is just to release the heart field from old energy through the blessing from Jesus. Really, Jesus. Ashakato Jacapotana Caputo Cuputo Capatana Caputo Caparcana Cuto Candraca. Shanto to the Capacuto Copatana Candaca. Janto to the Kipotanaka, Pata, Shipatica, Tucotica Takantarki, Shipatiki put the Tandarki put the Antanaki, Tataraki put the key, Katiki, 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 Katakantaka, Shalapukuto Shalapodoi, Badoi, Shapatika
Good. So I don't know if this is for you or in general, but I got the Emerald Order really strong, Green Ray, Emerald Order. So you may work with them like I do. But also something to do with the Akashic records. So there was something to do with, I don't know if you were part of the Akashic record keepers or you've been at an incarnation, but they were talking about clearing of some people's Akashic records, because you were right about persecution, abandonment, all that sort of stuff that's gone on even in the community, not alone the world.
Yes,
and a lot of cultures, a lot of galactic cultures especially, like I know the Yanni who I work with, and that's one of my incarnations, they themselves were stolen and taken away for a period of time because of the knowledge they hold, which is part of the Emerald Order and things like that, which is the Christ consciousness. So there's a lot of that in people's records that may need clearing. So I saw some of that going on. They were pretty adamant about the Akashic records. So
okay,
maybe you may have all sorts of abilities that you're not aware of that Marantha will go, oh, by the way, this is who you are. Pretty cool. Oh, look at that. It's going to happen. I was just not sorry. Yeah,
you are
that was
very cool.
beautiful. Yeah.
So, let me just, it's getting hot with the channeling. Let me turn my heater off. Hang on.
Oh, yeah. For those who don't know, Australia does occasionally get cold. I'm in the tropics. I wouldn't know.
But what was I going to say? Yeah, it's beautiful up there. But so there's just a little bit more on that note around the throat. And this is, again, I feel like the similar energy, and it's, again, to work with the similar kind of releasing of restriction or fear of speaking or light languaging or whatever. And
so for those, can I just put it, before you do, can I just put it out there, because he said that, if there's anybody out there who's ready to either increase or accept their light language, or have never had a connection with light language yet and have a heart's desire and like, oh my God, I wish I could do that, open your heart and ask. It's all you got to do. It's as simple as that. Just say, I'm ready to receive light language. You may not understand exactly what it is. It doesn't matter. Just open your mouth, as I say, and allow sound. So you may not speak, but you might make noises. So, Michael, if you want to tap into some of that and help people today to get their light language activated, that'd be nice.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And this feels like it's Palladian. So this feels like it's to those, and those people that may or may not have a connection with Palladian star seeds or Palladian.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Yep.
Yeah. And this is just an energy to open the throat vortex. Yeah. Shabata to the Kabata to go to Gabatana Kabashali Pegeti, Kipetika Putana Kara, Shatika Patukoyana, Ishka, Buto the Kipatanana, Shkandara Tiki, Shanta the Kipatika Patanaka, Shanta to Tiki Arka, and that Ki, Urka and Tataki Patataki Patoto. Open the key now, friends. Open the key that has been hidden from your conscious mind. There is something that is stirring in your heart and your throat. It is the keys to the kingdom. Open them in whatever way feels effortless to your energy field, and allow spirit to burst forth into your consciousness and into your mouth through the speech of your soul. Opening the vortexes of those that are ready.
That was strong.
So just for people at home, noticing the change in the energy, noticing the vastness and the stillness that we've created together, all of us, through this energy space. So and allowing that to just sit with you in your energy body and your light and your mind, and just be open to whatever shifts come forward. Yeah.
And ground some of that too, because it's pretty strong. Like two people together, that pumped it right up. So there'll be some people, if you feel a bit dizzy or a bit light, that's okay. But just for those that don't understand or don't know what chakras and energy means and pillars of light like jazz, if you can just imagine yourself pushing that energy down in through your feet into the ground, it's running down into the solar plexus as well, Michael. So I think it's going to run a little bit more than just that. So if I can just send it down into the ground, because I can feel I don't know if there's one or two here that are feeling a bit lightheaded, but they will, because the mind's trying to transition neurologically to accept that energy as well. All right.
And sometimes there's a little, it is a bit like you feel a little disorientated with the frequency. It will pass. So don't be concerned if that is you. But also, the other thing that I sometimes do for folks is to imagine your perineum floor, which is at the base of your pelvis, and just imagine like a small golden thread, and that golden thread is your grounding cord, and that can go through in between your legs, past your feet, and into the center of the earth, and just really anchor you in.
Home.
Yeah, because we're also here, I feel, to be of service. So when I'm working in this way, it's good to anchor these energies into Gaia too, for her, and to be shared with others. Yeah.
And it's a bit like what you were saying before about keeping them in their body so they don't fly off. Because sometimes when you have one strong enough, you add 2, 3, 4, or 5 light language people, and that energy can fire you right out of your crown, literally into the stars. So that's what I'm feeling. I'm like, I'm saying to my team, just bring them down a bit. You've got them up too far. Not everyone's ready for that. So ground them down, please. So,
perfect.
I find that. Well, you're welcome, sir. Quite often, you can see people just go flying out into the stars, and like you said, you can't be out there all the time. That's way too much energy for the human body to handle. You've got to come back into your ground a little, back into yourself.
So how are those people feeling? How is everybody now?
Yeah, how are you feeling? Let us know how you're going, because this is a big event today. This is a little bit more out there than usual. And I said to Michael that there will be work done today. I didn't even ask. I said, oh, by the way. Didn't say please, nothing.
So how's is there, do we want to have a little chit chat and just...
Yeah, we can do that. Open up the floor, because I've got Lyron's present too. I just think there's a lineup. I think it's a galactic lineup, and they're all like waiting with a cup of tea and a biscuit. So if you want to share how you're feeling, can you and
or if anyone wants to work with anything particular, I'm happy.
Yeah, particular for sure. Yeah, if you want to say this is happening, if you want to share something you're seeing or you're feeling, if you're not visual, do let us know. And if you've got any messages that you want to share, like, most people on here know me long enough. I'm open to other people sharing messages and experiences that they're having, those people that are connected as well.
I just think, it also, because there's so much, because there's so much frequency coming in now at such a accelerated rate through the solar activity, through the astrology that just keeps bombarding in different ways. I'm not an astrologist, so I don't know.
No, I'm not either.
But
Tamara, you might be able to explain that. Tamara?
Well, there's definitely a massive amplification of energies that are really activating us to sort of, I feel like connect with our galactic heritage or our galactic energy.
Yeah, I do too.
You don't necessarily have to feel that you have an ET background, if you will, but
Yeah,
you could be connecting with cosmic frequency. So
that's right.
it really does depend on, I think, who you are and how you perceive. Yeah,
That's
but it's
right.
definitely
Exactly
quite
right.
strong. Yeah, yeah,
It is very strong. Noticed it yesterday coming in.
yeah. And also, I felt
Tamara, oh, when does the gateway start? Sorry, the gateway is not just August the 8th, is that correct? It's coming before that, and then it goes on after that, does it? Or
I think it
some people have
starts.
been saying it's been going on since July. Is that right?
I think the 26th ish. I mean, it definitely. I feel that's a definite portal day, but I mean, it felt
Okay.
like it was a little. It was building up prior.
Okay.
There's Jesus was just saying that. I'll just say this because he's really
You go for
the
it.
energy. His energy is really saying to me, "Bring this in," because it's a funny little story. Because I don't know if you tuned into the whole hullabaloo around the Olympics opening ceremony and what. Yeah,
Never saw
but
it. No,
now
no.
I didn't see it, but I know that there's quite a lot of potential. There's talk of a lot of satanic blah blah
Oh, was there?
references,
Okay, you're
and
gone.
he was just saying that because there was a funny little moment where there was a lineup of people that they said it was like the Last Supper, like
Not
a
true.
piss take of the Last
Bizarre.
Supper, and
Really.
he was saying, even if that's the case, I could laugh at that. Why can't you? Basically,
That's
we
right.
have to not get distracted, yeah, because
I agree.
there's because the energies are so high vibe, whether it's intentional that these distractions are here or not, it doesn't
It
really
doesn't
matter.
doesn't matter. No, I agree. I
You know what I
agree.
mean? There's a lot of
Yeah,
distractions because of the
yeah,
energies. We just have to stay on track, and we just
that's right.
have to stay in our lane and do our work that we're here to really bring through as energies, as channels, as
I
beings.
agree. Well said. Yep,
Yeah.
that's right.
Um,
And again, the word matter is important. So what you bring into matter, into form, will be created within you and without. So he says the same to me. And I've had him walking once.
mm,
Won't go too long a story when it happened, but
mm,
recently, so
mm,
6 months or so ago, I
mm,
had him actually walk inside to me,
mm,
and he gave me an experience that exactly what you're talking about, where I could feel his non-distraction,
mm,
where he had evolved out of his human emotional consciousness. So it's not that he
mm,
wasn't empathic or unconditional, but he understood the difference of where
mm,
he places himself. So if he places himself into the distraction, then creates the
mm.
matter, which is form, and brings that
Cool.
into living, which is the body and the mind, he
Yeah,
said, then you are definitely distracted, infiltrated, or attached to. So he
I love
believes in non-attachment, yeah, but not as not non-attachment as in you don't
it.
feel, but
Mm,
non-attachment as in exactly what you're saying. Don't
mm.
make it matter.
Okay. So,
Don't make it solid and real for you, because
for,
that is your distraction. That will take you down a road that you don't understand, and a lot of people don't even know that they've gone down that road. But you can see the
so
change in them.
slippery. Yeah, I mean
So
everything is
yeah,
so heightened now that everything is
yeah,
manifests super quick, super fast, and
very.
it's
Oh, in a
like,
millisecond. Yeah,
um,
millisecond. So
are we up for a little more? Or are we cooked?
yeah, mate, we can be here as long as you want. I got nothing else to do today. I'm a lazy butt. Okay.
So,
I do want to talk to the Lyrans, by the way. So
do you
when you
want
get
to
a
do that?
chance,
Do you want to do that? Let's do that.
I think so, because they were first in line. So let's honour the line of the
Yeah,
who's standing in the front. Let's
yeah.
not take that away from the Lyrans. So if you'd like to do Lyrans, that'll be lovely.
Oh, you want me to
There's
do that?
some galactically Lyran-y, very on ship looking Lyrans too, in
Okay.
some sort of white.
So yeah. So yeah. So so high frequencies these Lyrans, yeah.
Yeah,
High 12th
but
dimension.
very peaceful though. Very beautiful.
So think of purity. Think of peace, sweetness.
There's a royalty there too. So there's a
Yeah,
royal energy, royal family, bloodline. Yeah.
yeah, like regal, regal. So you're just there, and this is like receiving nectar, yeah. And this is just for your whole light body, your whole energy body. So
Be a bit of the Holy Grail elixir, gold elixir. Do you know of that? Could be a little.
I had the version. I had the vibe of gold. So let's go with that.
Let's go with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Gashkan budu yebanan niganta teki kiku kanda tataka. Ika dutoti empadanda kiku oyana. Eketiki peteku. Epetiki petiku budundi hipa andarka. Shandati kudo yushui. Hoyuyuyuhi. Hoyuyushiyananapaka kuku. Oshialaka kuku. Oshialaka laka teku no koshi. Shantiki shishishi. Ayanana o e. O-e. 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 Kuno 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 kuno. Juno teki ana. Juno nanaki. Kaneki. Kanakara kaka. Shut. Shut. Shut.
I'm still seeing the waves coming through, like they love their work. I swear. I lyre in First Creation, so I know them well. I got aura clearing, huge releasing, like shifting of that human conditioning aura. And then I just got them sharing their vibration, them who they are, that 12D, that feeling. It's beautiful, strong.
Gashkanuda anda asher and Shiveteke inni ishu in that na aishala. Aiku uke ayana karagi and Ashana Agiono, Kotaki Ashi, Bishke Itikiko, Urko Onokoto, Bedegeti Kanana Akana Kana Kashalaka, Oshkono Tikiana Kanaka. So also then bringing in sacred geometry, sacred code.
Coding for sure. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah.
But specifically, I feel for your light body as well, my love, around your movement forward. Yeah.
They're awesome. I by what I'm seeing, I wrote down, I've got coding as well. So what I'm seeing is them preparing. So this 8-8 gateway is them. This is not the everyday lyre consciousness species. This is royal bloodlines, etc., what we spoke at, which is good to know, because I actually asked them yesterday, because I've been busy, and I said to them, I need you to come forward to give some information for the Lions Gate, because I haven't had time. Of who, what, when, why. So that's what some of that is today for me.
Of
who they are, who's coming. So that'll be the fact that it's 12D. It may even go higher. As well. But that royal bloodline, because I got higher. Have you got higher? Keep going.
I feel like there's it's a subset within the Elira that is that hasn't come through in the same clarity before because of the density here, but because there's the shifts that have gone on this year, there is this is going to be a pivotal energetic download time.
More than this will be the very first time for sure. Whatever they are doing and whoever they are, I'll have to go and look later and see if I can get some more. But I've not had them like that come through. That for that gateway, that's something totally different. Whatever that is.
And it will then precipitate a speeding up of change.
Mastery.
That doesn't have to
mastery.
be negative in the world, by the way.
No,
There's
no.
That could just be within those that are here to bring through code.
Yeah, exactly. Mastery of self.
Yeah.
So it'll be those that are Lyrans or have had some sort of connection. You don't have to be Lyran to be connected to any of them at all. You can just call upon them, but
still receive from this energy and still receive.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. I think it's definitely much more the work I'm doing is much more Lyran focused than the Syrian lions. Not that there's any hierarchical better or worse, but it's just shifting to different gears. And this definitely feels more so the royal code coming back to the people.
Yeah. And they're looking for their own, those that are connected to that as well. So whoever that is, damn it, brother, give me homework. Here, I'll sort of have the afternoon off to have ice cream. That'll won't be happening. Thanks for that. Yeah, there's more to that. They're also talking about calling starseeds light workers, as you don't necessarily have to be Lyran, but they're talking more about Lyrans themselves. They're calling for. They're telling me that some starseeders are not stepping into their mission work of what they've been anchored in for. They're holding back a little bit. So you may have opened that up today to bring them in. They're looking.
So I feel like I know I think we've all got aspects that we can do that in our own being as well. So that feels resonant. And also I feel like there's a new wave of starseeds especially younger, say early 20s, that are now ready that are needing to now come online with their awarenesses. I feel like this portal is going to help some more of those that age range as well to awaken to galactic origin story.
Nice. So are they in their sovereignty? Is that in that way, or is that what's been brung to them? I've got a feeling that they're not.
I don't think
that's what's been brung to them. No, I don't think they are either. So they're required. So cool.
Sort of like a snap awakening into it. Whether they come to some sort of event, or it's just actually, I feel like it's not actually an event for them. It's more that all of the work that will be done in that portal through the different beings, such as ourselves, on that date will allow us significant frequency shift, which will just pop them open. By the fact that
they must be ready.
The consciousness of the planet will vibrate. It's like it's a timeline shift. It's like and then boom, suddenly they're in.
Dropping in. That's what I'm saying, like dropping in. Interesting. Okay.
Hey, Mala, just to say, I do unfortunately have a 12:30 cutoff today. But
okay. Well, we can wind down anyway, because I will be here for hours. Obviously, we work well together. Look, that's fine. I'm definitely mate. We'll do some stuff. Don't worry about that.
But is there? But I guess is there anything kind of?
Is there anybody would like to ask Michael before he goes? We'll wind down. Otherwise, we go on. We won't know the time. Is there anything anybody gets a chance that'd like to ask him while they're here? This is your opportunity. That's what he's here for.
And if people like to connect with me further, they can look on my Facebook, Michael Muir, or go to my website, Soul Magic Collective.
All the details are up there on this event anyway, and I'll pop them up again. And this will be available permanently as a replay. I will not be removing or deleting, so it's there for anybody to share out for others to watch later. Not a problem. So if you've come in late, Rochelle, no problem. You can go back and watch it. It'll be there for you. Okay. Well, Penny, she'd love to know. Maybe you can give her a quick response before you go. I'd love to know why I am here.
Oh my goodness.
Penny.
Just
Don't ask too much now, Pen. Keep it simple, why don't you?
So I'll tune in and share what comes, shall I?
Here, but they can.
So I feel that Spirit's saying you have a strong heart. Yeah, you have a strong heart chakra. You have a strong heart frequency. It spans many spaces of time, many different galactic frequencies are held within the cosmology of your heart space. So really, this life is about you connecting deeply with that awareness of your heart and the frequencies that it holds within it. And with that, you will gather knowledge and clarity about where you are headed. But Spirit's actually saying that it's not that you have a specific mission just at this time, other than to really deepen your heart connection, and that will lead the way for you. And you have really many options of how you will present your work, if you will, or yourself in the world as you deepen into this heart space. It feels very beautiful, very beautiful.
Yeah. That's what I said to Penny, that the great change within you. So there you've had it reconfirmed by someone else. So there you go. You know, it's true now. All right, Michael, I'll let you go, brother. Thank you so much. Amazing.
Thank you so
Loved
much.
it.
So
We will
beautiful.
definitely do more.
Yes,
I'm sure we've got heaps to talk about. I can feel them gibbering on. I'm saying, oh, for God's sake, it's only the first day. Back away. They're excited. So we will catch
I'm
up
excited
and do
too.
some stuff.
I'm happy to
Chat.
do another one
Yep.
soon, my love. Take care.
That'll be great. All right. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Bye now.
Bye.
It's all right. It's going to take a while.